Welcome back to Daily DeFi. Today is April 5th, Monday of 2021. We're seeing the total value locked in, hitting new all-time highs, kind of a historic day for the decentralized finance market. So pat yourself on the back if you've been following along with this series, even if you just would have gotten into the DeFi Pulse Index, which is basically an index fund for all of the top DeFi projects. You'd be killing it right now. Just look at when we started covering this, right around $20 billion till now, and we've done this every single day, nonstop, without a break. So again, if you followed along with the series, pat yourself on the back. Yesterday we saw Maker drop down, being dethroned by Compound. We'll talk about that here in a second, but first, let's cover what we're gonna go over today. So we see EasyFi, Numeraire, and just killing it on the 24-hour time frame. So we'll cover those three altcoins. We will talk about the IMF and the World Central Bank, their spring meetings, which is very, very important for the kind of the macro economy. Looking at everything from a bird's eye view, you have to kind of take in what's going on, not only just in the crypto space, but overall in the global economy, to understand why the DeFi space is killing it and why this can really improve on so many things that we currently have, like these central authority figures. And then the first article will be Fei Labs, their stablecoin that wasn't actually so stable. Okay, so let's kick it off. Total value locked in 50.3 and $38 billion. Love to see it. Love to see it. Compound dominance is at 18.54%. DeFi Pulse Index is at 440.47%. All right, that's up about 5% on the daily. Let's look at juicy NFTs. So the volume is kind of staying stable, I would say, relatively. It's been up hundreds to thousands and down hundreds to thousands of percentages. So to see this kind of hovering around, $1.5 million in daily transaction volume is interesting to see. But what I'm almost more interested in is what projects. So this is staying stable from yesterday. CryptoPunks kind of taking the lead. People love this project. I can do an in-depth video on CryptoPunks if you guys would like. Just let me know in the comments. But let's hop into Decrypt for this article. So Fei Labs, this project, raised, I think this is the most successful DeFi project launch, because they raised $1.3 billion for their decentralized stablecoin. Now some investors are stuck. So you can kind of see the details here. And again, obviously we'll have everything we talked about linked down below in the description. But the Genesis launch of Fei stablecoin protocol on Saturday raised 693,000 ETH. That's crazy, or $1.3 billion. At the time of writing, the launch has been described by some analysts as the biggest launch in decentralized finance history, but the token designs make it far easier to plug funds into the protocol's ecosystem than withdraw them. So this is the problem. It's easy to get in, but not as easy to get out. You can see, so the money was donated by over 17,000 members of the Genesis group, who will be the earliest adopters of the new Fei protocol, which is now minting stablecoins pegged to the US dollar. However, the current price of Fei is 88 cents. And 20 hours prior, it was $1.26. You can see the problem here. It's not really as stable as they're hoping for. And I do like what they're aiming for here, is to kind of replace Tether. I think this is important because Tether is kind of centralized. You have Brock Pierce, the guy that started it. But let's hop over here to Quartz. This is if I'm just looking for quick news, this is something it's a paid platform, but I think it's worth it. Quartz. I'll have this link down below in the description. So the IMF and the World Bank kick off their spring meetings as the world's financial elite gather virtually for a week of debate and policymaking. The mood should be much more optimistic than 12 months ago, when the IMF predicted 2020 would be the worst year since the Great Depression. The IMF managing director Christina Georgieva, which you saw the picture of above, has already revealed the group's latest World Economic Outlook report, to be released Tuesday, will be even rosier than 5.5%. So guys, the whole thing here is go watch George Gammon. I really recommend his YouTube channel. He really digs into these guys, but the IMF and the World Bank, these guys are not your friends. Trust me. They do not want the best for the average person working day to day. Really what they're planning for is kind of to increase their profits. That's really what it is when you really dig into these things, when you look at the Federal Reserve balance sheet, when you really start reading books about how these central banks work. And this is why the decentralized finance market is so important, and why at the end of every description of these videos I say, short the bankers, long DeFi. It's so important because these bankers have really hurting just the average person throughout history. Go read The Creature of Jekyll Island. There's tons of great books on this. So let's hop into these altcoins first. Just ticker symbol JST, rank 147, has been killing it, especially on the weekly time frame. Market cap is at $427 million, sitting right at around 19 cents, up about 22% on the daily. I do like this project. I haven't done an in-depth video on it, but you can see it kind of went parabolic right here. So a Just is quite nice. I could see Just getting up around 50 cents on this bull run. So Numeraire, NMR, market cap is $353 million. This is a project I'm not too familiar with. Let me know in the comments if you like Numeraire, or if I'm pronouncing it right. $72 right now, up about 40% on the daily. Right around there. Let's see. Yeah, volume's looking crazy, up about 1,000%. This is crazy. They must have had some news come out. Let me know if you know what's going on there. Again, like I said, I don't follow this project too closely, but one thing I have noticed is they haven't even hit that all-time high back in 2017. So a lot of projects have. This one kind of seems like a sleeping giant. All right, EasyFi, ticker symbol EASY. There's a lot of projects like this, guys. Like there's things like Badger Finance, Harvest Finance, the Shroom Finance, just all these kind of crazy ones. And this is one that's actually pretty solid for based on the market cap. It's pretty low cap in my opinion. So $64 million. As far as market cap goes, $20 million in volume, which is good to see. Right around $30, up about 25% on the daily. So that's it for today's Daily DeFi episode. If you enjoyed this, definitely like it down below. Subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you want to see tomorrow, or if you like any of these projects, what you think about these articles. If you want to see more in-depth videos on these, I'd be happy to. But again, Daily DeFi is really just to kind of update you guys on what's going on, and I have everything linked down below. So if you find anything interesting, you can go in and do your own research, dig further into these things, or just comment if you want to see me do an in-depth video on any one of these aspects. So as always, invest global, and until next time.